Confidence has never been something that came easy for me. It's always been something I lacked for as long as I can remember, socially, physically, and obviously mentally. I learned the hard way about how to gain confidence, as most confident people do. It comes through hardship and adversity. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about how we can be confident when we don't really feel it. Before we get into the video, I just want to quickly welcome those of you who are new here. My name is Bridget. On this channel, you'll find me talk a lot about social anxiety, general anxiety, a lot of introvert things, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So if any of that sounds of interest to you, make sure you go check out some of my other videos. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful or useful. Comment below what you'd like to see more from me, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So let's get into the video. True confidence is learned, and it often shows up when you least expect it. I often looked at the confident people in my life, and I always tend to surround myself with so many confident people for some reason, and I just craved that carefree attitude they had towards life. They could do anything. They wouldn't think twice before they spoke. They could mess up and still play it cool. I wanted that. See, I had an idea of what confidence looked like, but only surface level. But just because somebody has something doesn't mean they're necessarily confident in it. And we see this all the time. There are business icons who are not necessarily confident in their product or in their wealth. Models who aren't confident in their looks. Artists and musicians who aren't super confident in their art. We tend to compare ourselves to the people who have all these fancy things, these nice things, who are super creative, super smart, and we think they must be confident. But confidence is not necessarily linked to an external marker. For so long, I was focused on improving my external world. I was trying to improve everything on the outside. I thought if I was prettier or smaller, I would be found more attractive. I thought if I was smarter, people would want to have real conversations with me. If I was athletic, I would be considered cool. If I understood pop culture references, I would be relatable. Right, so I started trying to fix all of these external things. And for a while that does work, but it's only a temporary feeling. And obviously I was wrong. None of those things made me more confident. Improving those external, tangible aspects of life doesn't equate to confidence. And sometimes it can actually make you less confident. Confidence is a feeling. It's an emotional state. When you perceive that whatever you have, whatever you currently have, is enough. To become truly confident, we have to be comfortable with what we lack. And that's not an easy thing to get behind. But that's where confidence comes from. It's the perception of how we view ourselves. Do we think that we are enough? I talked about those people who, sometimes we find ourselves comparing ourselves to. Right, the people with all these nice things, and they can still not be confident. On the opposite side, there are people who don't have a lot of nice things, who aren't that smart, who aren't that pretty, who aren't whatever, and they are so confident. So I feel like we are hardwired, we're told at such a young age that this is what we need to strive for, this is what we need to look like, this is how much money we need to have, and then we'll be happy, then we'll be this. But that's not the case. The confidence I mentioned in the beginning of the video, right? Those people that I was looking at, that I was comparing myself to, they could mess up and be okay with it. Truly confident people are okay with failure. In fact, they crave failure. I struggled with my social anxiety for a really long time. And with that came this fear of rejection and this fear of judgment. The only way I was ever going to improve, develop my social skills was if I became okay with that rejection and that judgment. It took me 20 plus years of my life to finally realize that nobody cares. Nobody. Not everyone was going to like you. People are going to think you're weird and awkward and all of these things, but that's okay. We have to be okay with knowing that some people are going to hate us. Some people are not going to want anything to do with us. Some people won't relate to us. So whatever fear you have about a certain aspect of your life that you feel you're not confident in, we have to be okay with that fear. We have to be okay with failing in that area of our life. As long as we're being honest with ourselves and doing the best we can, that's all we can expect. We have to get comfortable with that feeling of we might fail, we might look bad, we might say the wrong thing. Because if we don't do that thing, we're gonna end up in a worse place than where we started. I have finally understood that it's better to fail than not do anything at all. I'd rather take that risk and maybe get to a better place than not take the risk and be in the same place. If you want to be confident, you have to be okay with failure. You have to be okay with things that you don't know, things that you lack, things that you don't have, whether it's physical or mental or whatever. So keep this in mind next time you are feeling unconfident in yourself. You have the confidence, you just have to find it. Remember, it's a mental state, it's a feeling, and it's about our perception. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it useful as always, and I will see you next time.